Hey, welcome back to the channel. Dave here. I have a customer that needs a rear end out of a 4th gen Firebird. I'm going to show you how to take the rear end out. This applies to any Camaro or Firebird from 93 to 02. First thing we got to do is test it out, make sure the posi is still good. Well, let's see if the posi still works. I got no seats in the car. I can't see up and over. Let me know if both tires spin. Did they spin? I couldn't tell. Nothing like the smell of burnt rubber first thing in the morning, huh? To get you going. Can't see. I wish I had a telescopic neck. Out of the way, chicken. Won't be messing up my videos again. Just slipped on chicken shit. You can do this, anyone can do this. You need no special tools. You can do it right in the driveway, outside in the cold, windy fall day like I'm gonna do today. First thing you gotta do is get your jack. Right? And under here, you get up in there, you see the sway bar right there. Goes along underneath the pumpkin. Make sure you get your jack under the pumpkin and not under the sway bar so you don't bend it. Alright, so the off-road jack wouldn't fit under here. I gotta get the low profile. Now you see how I got that jack? We're gonna hit the pumpkin when it's past. Get it just right. Back down. We're gonna hit the pumpkin, but it's past that sway bar. Okay, third jack's a charm. Got it under the jack-o'-lantern there. First jack was too high, wouldn't clear the muffler. Second jack wouldn't lift the car high enough for my likings to get the jack stands where I wanted to. If you're gonna work out in the dirt, make sure you got some big heavy-duty jack stands. Maybe even put a piece of plywood or something underneath so they don't dig in or twist. Make sure your ground is secure. And this is where you want to put it when you're pulling the rear end. You got the control arm box right here. You want to be just in front of it. Here's a warning. When you're letting the jack down, when I letting the jack down, the car rolled back into it. So now I'm off target. See? I wanted to be up here ahead of it. So I got to jack it back up. Move the jack stand forward a little bit more to anticipate the car rolling back. Now if you're thinking, why don't you just put a block under the front wheel so it doesn't roll for safety too, right? Well, out in the dirt you can't. The jack wheels do not move, so the front wheels of the car move. Something's got to give. That would be okay if you're on a flat surface. Then the jack can roll into the car, not the car rolling into the jack. So now that it's down, definitely block. I'm going to get another block front and back for safety. So do I have the jacks in the right spot, you turds? Check that one out too. Make sure it's good. Yeah, alright, thank you. Okay, since we're taking the rear end out, you want to let the rear end down so it hangs, right? So it hangs, and then get your jack back up in place under that old jack-o'-lantern, and then just take some tension off it. So you start unbolting this thing, that thing's gonna fall out. You need the jack in place when you're ready to drop it. So we're gonna start here with the lower control arm bolts. Do not start with the shock bolts. Leave those shocks in last, because that's actually the last thing we're gonna take out before we let it down. It actually will hold the rear end in place from falling down. Get a couple of wrenches. You can't really get an impact in there. Lock them together. Get on the other side, because now it's going to spin. These are 18 millimeter. Ratchet wrench really helps speed things up. Okay, one down. Put your nut back on your bolt so you won't lose it, especially if you're working out in the dirt, and just chuck it out of the way. And repeat the other side. There's one here for the pan hard bar. From there, same deal. Pan hard bar keeps your rear end from moving side to side. Slide it over to the side. Now that's out of the way. And get this down out of the way. Okay, so there's only one brake line back here. This is a 3-channel axle. If you don't care about saving any brake lines or anything, just cut it right here, save the time. I gotta save this brake line, so I already sprayed it. Give it a couple of wraps, maybe loosen up any rust. Hope and pray. Come on, vice grips. Can't do it with one hand. Hold on. Still there? Okay, cool. All right, are we gonna get it? Oh my gosh. Huh. All right, well, we got the brake line. I'm just gonna leave it like snug for now because it's gonna leak all over the place. You have plug up here for your ABS sensor. Let's just pull out the lock pin, and then it's just a plug. Let it hang. Okay, we're gonna try and save. I'm gonna try to save these. Normally I would just cut this with an angle grinder in like 2 minutes. Alright, these cars are a pain. Half metric, half SAE. We got a 9/16 socket. It's gonna spin, so I got a wrench on the top. It might break off. Alright, we saved it. That almost never happens. Okay, so emergency brake cables are a little tricky. You got these little tabs right here. See how they hold it in place? So this goes in and pushes through this hole, and then these little tabs expand out to keep it from pulling back out. So you got to get one with a screwdriver, and then you kind of pry it like this to keep it away, and then you got to get the other one to pry it away the other way at the same time while you're pulling backwards to get it out. Does that make sense? Good. These can be a real hemorrhoid, or they can go really easy. It depends. After some busted knuckles and a few choice words, now you just got to get the cables out of this fitting here, and you just kind of twist them, come on, stuck. Okay. Wow, that one's really stuck. Alright, I'm gonna have to get a camera, put the camera down. I need 2 hands. Okay, so next are the torque arm bolts. Nuts, bolts go all the way through. This is back to metric now, it's 21. And I got a vice grip on top because it is gonna spin. Let's see how much torque is on these. Ah. They're not too bad. You got 1, 2, and then you pop the bolts out through the top. Now, if you have just the right amount of tension on this jack, these bolts will pop right out. You won't need to hammer on them or anything. Wiggle, jiggle, shimmy, shake. And we got 4 bolts on the drive shaft. For the U-joint, you really only need to take 1 bolt out of each strap. Just loosen the other one so it hangs free like that. And then you just spin it around and get the other side. Give it a little pry. There it is, out of there. Wiggle, jiggle, shimmy, shake. I'm gonna let this one just hang because I'm gonna put another rear end in it. I mean, now's a good time to change if it's bad. This one feels a little crunchy, but it's a parts car, so I don't care. And you should wrap some like tape all the way around this. Keep these cups from falling off and all the needle bearings falling out. And the last 2 things to come out, the shocks. This one happens to be 3/4 inch. They might be, yours might be a little different. This is where the rear end is going to start flopping up and down. So take caution. This is the only thing holding it up other than the jack. Okay, you're gonna hit it with the back side of this. Okay, did you see that? So there we are. It's wobbling around now. Go either way, up and down, side to side. And now we gotta let it down slow. Slow and easy. Stop. Torque arm is hanging up there. Oh, we're gonna have to knock that out of the way. See how the torque arm's kind of hanging on there. Actually, I think it's pretty free. Everything looks free. Let's just keep going. The torque arm is hanging. Let go, torque arm. Don't need you anymore. Not for now. Still hanging. Now it's a good idea to leave the tires on, because that's not connected to the torque arm, right? And you can see the front end of the jack-o'-lantern there is starting to dip down forward. If there wasn't tires, it'd fall right off the jack forward, see it? And there we go. Now we can just roll it right out. Okay, so the springs are still hanging on here. There's nothing to it, they're just loose. Just lift them up, pull them out of the way. Lift it up, pull it out of the way. Get it out of the way, simple. That's it. Just wheel it out. So I need another rear end for that car I just pulled it out of, and we're tearing up the Transformer Camaro here today. Got Jake from Jake's Garage. Jake, what are you doing, bro?
Well, I saw the steering wheel and I figured this would be a perfect steering wheel for a restoration. So we decided that we're gonna put this in a low mileage vehicle.
Jake's here helping me out today, giving me a hand. He's a great guy. Go check him out, Jake's Garage.
Mine.
Well, this is it for the Camaro Transformer. Got the rear end out. Jake's been helping me. Thank you, Jake.
Mild restoration on this beautiful day.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this sucker right in half, because I don't know. I don't think it's any good anymore. I thought those were options, but somebody told me otherwise. So sit back and enjoy the show.
It's for the cars that didn't come with AC.
That's why you cut the roof first, because you don't want to be standing up here and the
When
bottom
it folds
falls
in
out
half.
underneath. What the hell kind of blade is that?
It's for going around corners, apparently.
Gas.
I think it is gas. Smells like gas.
Dude, what the hell? I don't want to cut with gas.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go making sparks.
Where the hell's the gas coming from? This freaking transformer, I'll tell you. Alright, well. GoPro, stop recording. I like to do things the hard way. Blade shot.
Maybe?
How many guys does it take to change a blade in the Sawzall?
Apparently more than 2.
Yeah. New line.
There you go.
Always get underneath and look to see what you're cutting first. Unless your name's Dave.
This one just doesn't want to die.
That's that transformer girl.
Mm-hmm.
You want to do the last cut?
I'd love to.
Yay! Battery.
That'll be all for this one.
What's the dude? What'd you do to my? You're costing me money.
I know.
Those aren't cheap.
The Warrior blades.
This is why I had a hard time cutting through here, and I wrecked a blade. Look at that mouse nest. Nasty critters. Well, there you have it. Simple, easy process, pulling out that rear axle. Anybody can do it anywhere, anytime. Simple tools, it's easy to do. Showed what we did to the Camaro Transformer, because I've had people ask me about it. It's reached its final demise. It's no good. If you want to see more about that car, go back in a link in the description before. Next time on the channel, we're going to start this project here. You'll have to stay tuned for that. Hey, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, and have yourself a great day.